Good morning. It's Sunday. It's very early, and I've had a text yesterday from the farmer to say he's cultivated a field. What's a man to do? And as if by magic, we're here. Welcome back. Welcome to Notch 211. And welcome back to my permission. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks so much for coming along. I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do enjoy it, always a subscribe hit would be much appreciated. It's a Sunday morning. It's very early. It's quite murky and misty, but very, very serene and quiet, other than the bird noise, etc. Yeah, and we're back on a cultivated field. So I brought the DS II today, which you can see just over my shoulder. DS II seems to be a little bit more cultivated / ploughed friendly than the Manticore at the moment. So I thought I'd give it a go. It's only a small bit that's been cultivated, but that's okay because I've only got a few hours. It's lovely. The sun is going to break through. It's quite fresh at the moment, but I'm told the sun is going to break through. So we're in for a lovely few hours. So it's already found, the good old DS has already found its first target. It's a 45. So we'll go and see what we got. And here it is. It was a 45, as I just mentioned. A little bit bronze-like, actually. Didn't feel heavy enough to be lead, but yeah, it's a little disc-shaped thing, or a very rough disc-shaped thing. But yeah, that's all right. I don't think there's anything on it, so whatever it was, we may never know. But we're here, and we're cracking on. So we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. Well, since you last saw me, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, and we found the grand total of 0. It's been very, very quiet. What targets we have found on the cultivated piece of land, and it was only a thin strip, by the way, was CAC. Yeah, we got lots in the 40s, 50s and 60s, and it was either shotgun ends, gun cartridges, or aluminium scrap. So yeah, we've given up on that, and we've come on to a little bit of pasture and stubble next door, and we're doing all right so far. Just walked onto it, really. We've got a nice 84, so let's see what we got. It's about there, and we've had a nightmare. I've just realised when I've gone to set up for this particular dig that I've left my really nice tripod somewhere, which is really annoying. The good news is that I haven't used it yet, other than to do my opening scenes, so I kind of know where. Well, it can be one of two places, really. Place A, which is kind of halfway back to the car, it's probably still there because it's quite remote. Place B, which is where I did the kind of really opening scenes, is basically a footpath, so it'll be long gone. Still 84, so yeah, could be a costly morning, I think, if we don't find it, but we're not going to worry about it too much. We've got on my backup tripod, which is what you're watching this on, and we'll just get on with it and see. Yeah, so obviously I'm hopeful that it will be here somewhere on the way back, but it could easily be lost. So what have we got here? Oh no, I just realised what field I've come onto. It's the field of the aluminium tag. Yeah, okay. This really isn't going very well. If you're watching this, something happened, so stick with it. See you in a bit. Right, next one. 94, 95. Now, we've scampered quickly out of that field with all the aluminium tags. I swung as I went, I found about 5. But this one's in the 90s, so shouldn't be another one of those. That's not to say it won't be, because they tend to come up in the high 80s, but they don't tend to come into the 90s. So I'm hoping that we've dodged one. I'm really hoping that my tripod is still there when I get back. If not, it'll be an expensive mistake. Right. Oh, right, now we've got a coin. Excellent. Right, let's come and get you. Here we are. Now I think it's a coin, nice and thick. Yeah, that's going to be... It's a coin of some description. Excellent. Don't mind that at all. Let's give that a squirt. And maybe the tide has turned. See you in a bit. Well, it's a penny sized, but it's crusty as you like. So it's a coin, so we won't mind, and we'll definitely take it. Yeah, right. Let's crack on. Well, next one was a really nice 63, and I normally live dig 63s, but it's not going exactly to plan today, as I've already mentioned. So I thought, well, I'll just get this out of the ground and see what it is. And lo and behold, I thought, well, actually, it's just a rivet. You know, those leathery, rivety things that you find from time to time. I thought, oh, yeah, oh well. Turned it over and wiped it with my thumb. And that looks suspiciously like a little star pattern, doesn't it? So actually, I don't think that is. I think, well, it might, you know, it might be rivety, but it's very posh. Some sort of dress stud, I reckon. So cool. Right, let's give that a clean. Let's have a proper look at it. Back in a sec. Yeah, that's lovely. Look at that. So yeah, definitely some sort of dress stud rather than, you know, your common and garden rivet. But yeah, that's lovely. Nice little flower pattern. That can go in the box. The tides have turned now. I'm sure of it. See you in a bit. Straight after the little dress stud thingy, buy a cowpat and a mushroom for your delight, a 75. And it was not very deep. Oh, it's just dropping down there. I got it with the digger. Is it? Oh, it's going to be a rivet again. From That's calmer, isn't it? From what I thought was a rivet, there wasn't a rivet. What I thought was a coin, there was a rivet. Can't make it up. See you in a bit. Next one. It's a very lively 62. Bit too lively possibly, but we'll give it a dig. Decided it must be on the surface, and it was, just under. And there's a button. That's okay. Let's move on. Next one is a very, very nice 85. Not that deep. I have checked it on the surface with a pinpoint already, just so you know, and it wasn't there, so it's out of range of the pinpoint, but not that deep. But it's a lovely 85, and it's stable all the way around, which is always a good sign, he says. So I'm expecting it will be in the clods. I don't think it was that... No, it's not. It's still in here. Right. Even better. There we are. I think we got a second coin of the day. Yeah, oh, I might have caught it actually. Oh yeah, I did. Ah, yikes. That's a shame. Port Britannia. Scuffed it with a digger. It was just in the side here. And we've got George V, I think. Oh, all right, it's a little halfpenny. Let's just see if we can get a date off it. Back in a sec. There we are, 1919, with regrettably a little kiss on it. That's a shame, because that's a lovely looking coin. There's Britannia, obviously, and there is Georgie, George V. Beautiful. Really warming up now. I'm enjoying myself. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, it's getting warm now. Good old DISC II. Grass is pretty long here. I've kind of wandered back into the aluminium tag territory, so I've started digging a few of those up again. So I've not been live recording anything in the 70s and the 80s. And then I got a 74, which was in the clod. So again, I thought it was going to be another aluminium one, but it looks a bit different. You can see it's got a little, it's a bit green and there's a little spur on the top there. So I thought, let's have a look together. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. That's a little mount, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Yeah, that's some sort of little leather mount. You can see the little pins on the back. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, excellent. Right, let's give that a squirt. Let's have a look at it in all its glory. Back in a sec. Yeah, that's a cracker. Look at that. A raised kind of nipply type thing. And yeah, there's the two pins where it would have tacked into the leather. So that's probably quite old. I'd say that's probably medieval or post-medieval leather mount. Excellent. Well, we love that. That's really nice. Cool. So we can find some more. Next one coming up as a 68. Is that? It's always a very hard call, isn't it? There's something there though, as if it was attached to something. But yeah, it's a horsey ringy thing or a something other ringy thing. But a ringy thing it is. Right, we're starting to slowly but surely run out of time. We've got about an hour and a half left, so let's keep plugging on. Next one was a nice 67. About 5 inches down, I'd say. Just come out of that corner. And it's there, and it looks, I might be wrong, I haven't picked it up yet, but it looks a bit thimbly to me. It's just about there, see? I thought we'd have a look together. I think that's it. Yeah, let's get the other glove off. I think it is. Yeah. That's not whole, sadly. Oh, yeah, lovely. Never mind finding a thimble. Cool, alright, let's just give it a quick clean. Oh, try not to drop it, Marcus. And we'll have a look at it, see if there's anything on it. Back in a sec. Yeah, not that old and not that well, unfortunately. But a thimble nonetheless, and we never mind those. Cool, right, well, we've had a few nice bits, haven't we? So we can find a few more. Well, I'm starting to head back. I've got about an hour left now, just over. So I'm taking a swing back through the many fields to get me back to my car, but also retracing my steps so I can try and find my lovely tripod that I've left somewhere. Anyway, we've got an 86, and you can probably just see it there. It's a disc-shaped sunbather, so I don't know whether that's coin, button, or something completely different. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a coin, I think. Oh, cool. Never mind, that's the third coin of the day. Looks a bit blank though. Right, let's give it a squirt. Be back to your set. Yeah, definitely a coin. Farthing sized. Blank as you like. That will get a hit with the pink stuff when we get home, but suspect that might be just too far gone. But it's a coin, and we'll take it, and we'll move on. See you in a bit. Right, well, we've just got a very interesting 84. I dug it quickly because I'm running out of time. Thought it was a nail when I picked it up, so I have picked it up and realised immediately it isn't a nail. So I've chucked it back down again, and it's there. So I thought I'd at least flick the camera on and have a look at it together because it feels heavy. And it feels a bit interesting to me. Oh yeah. What on earth is that? That is very cool. I don't quite know what it is. Quite heavy, very green. Oh wow, that's amazing. Is that a person with the arms? I don't know. Right, okay, well let's just give it a squirt, a gentle squirt, and I'll come back to you in a sec. That's very cool. Well, that is very interesting. Not as green as I thought it was. I haven't rubbed it, it's just literally when I've squirted the water off it. That looks a bit like a figure, doesn't it? Standing up with its arms out. And obviously attached to that, maybe that went into something. Yeah, it looks like the back. Yeah, that definitely looks like a little figurine, doesn't it? Oh wow, that's really cool. I don't obviously know how old that's going to be, but that is lovely. Excellent. Well, we'll put it in the box and we'll investigate back at the ranch. Brilliant. See you in a bit. That's it. We're done. That's 4 hours completed. And I'm back to where I started now. So the DISC II is going off at any second now. And we're going to head back towards the car, retracing as closely as I possibly can my route here, in hope and pray that my lovely tripod is sitting where I think it might be. If it's in position B, which is on a footpath, it'll be long gone, I'm sure. So a costly lesson potentially. If I do find it, you'll see it coming up next. But we've had a good morning. We've had some nice bits. We've had some coins, tons of lead which you wouldn't have seen, quite a few buttons which you wouldn't have seen, and some interesting bits and bobs, plus that lake figurine thingy that I picked up. So be interesting to see what that looks like when I get it cleaned up and do a bit of investigative work. So yeah, thanks as always for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, looks like the rest of the day is going to be lovely, but unfortunately for me, it's time to go home and do family stuff. So stick around to the roundup and we'll see you soon. Thanks for sticking with it and welcome to the roundup. Yeah, it was an interesting 4 hours. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was a beautiful day as it turned out. Sadly, we didn't find the tripod. Went back to where it could have been and retraced my steps, but yeah, I suspect I left it on the footpath, so someone got a very nice tripod and mount. But that's what the LP detecting code does, amongst other things. So a massive thank you to anybody that uses it. As a reminder, you get 10% off most things with LP metal detecting. Great company, great service. But also a little bit of that comes back into the channel, so that really helps with buying merchandise and giveaway prizes and things like this when I'm stupid enough to lose stuff. So yeah, massive thank you for that. Obviously the code's coming across the screen now, and it's at the end of the video and also in the description. So yeah, don't forget the LP code. As for the finds, we had an okay day actually. We had tons of lead, as you can see, a few buttons, few bits of cack. We had a few other kind of aluminium bits and bobs that go straight in the recycling. We had an interesting little decorative piece. Don't know what that's of. Possibly a furniture fixing. A little ringy thing. That thimble, which is kind of 3/4 of a thimble. Never mind finding those. Really interesting kind of flower patterned. I presume that's some sort of old dress stud. Yeah, so that's nice. I thought it was a rivet when I first dug it up, but actually really pretty. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Then we found a very, very nice little mount. Haven't really cleaned it yet, so I'll give that a proper clean and a bit of artist seal. Yeah, and that's got the little pins on the back there, look, and I suspect that's a good few hundred years old, if not more. So again, lovely, don't mind finding that. 3 coins, well, 2 and a strange one, which we'll come back to. This is a little farthingy type thing, not much on it, pretty blank. Then we got, obviously, the George V coin, which was 1919, as I recall. Yeah, lovely. Again, don't mind that. That will clean up quite nice. Then this coin, which I thought was a penny, was really crusty, and I've kind of give it a good clean. And hopefully coming through in the light there, you can see the words pro bono and then CO at the end underneath it. That actually will come out as pro bono publico, which is Latin for the public good. It's nowadays shortened to pro bono, and you'll hear it in the kind of legal world. But basically, it's a gift of kindness, really. So I suspect this is some sort of token, a penny token, or maybe a half-penny token that was used probably for the poor and the needy. So yeah, pro bono publico. So I'm going to try and... It's got a 93 at the bottom, so based on the research, I think it's going to be 1793.
They tend to be, you know, given out around about the early 1800s, so kind of George III time. Very, very crusty on the back, so I'm going to try and get rid of that somehow, whether it's electrolysis or lemon juice or whatever, I don't know. So that's really cool. And then last but by no means least, some sort of religious figure. That's got to be Mary or Jesus or somebody like that, I suspect. As you can see, with the kind of clothes on, with a hood on, and the arms out. So no idea. I thought maybe it might be a little pipe tamper, but obviously not sure with that little base. Maybe it was used for something else. Can't find anything similar on the internet. So if you've got any ideas or suggestions, shove them in the comments. I'll be more than grateful. So yeah, really like that. Need to do a bit more work on that and give it a good clean, seal it and see if we can locate what it is. So yeah, that's it from me. As always, a massive thank you. I really do appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode and we'll see you soon.